Hi everyone, today I'm going to be tying a pattern of my own device and I call it a bronze mallard pin fry. I devised this pattern for fishing my local rivers and streams for the natural wild brown trout, but it also works for rainbow trout and also in the UK perch. So here we go. The hook I'm going to be using is a Heavyweight Supreme and it's from Partridge at Redditch and it's a size 10. The silk that I'm using is Wonder Silk and this is from Deer Creek. And to kick the fly off, we catch the silk on just behind the eye and we put a neat underbody the full length of the pattern, using the tag end to guide our silk down for nice touching turns. Trim off the waist, take the silk back up 3/4 of the way up the hook and leave it hang. Now in the pattern what you can see is it's got a very shiny sparkly underbody and tail, and to create that we're going to take Mirage from UTC, and this is the large. We take roughly 5 inches or so. We catch on where the silk is and just tie it down the body and slightly around the bend of the hook, just like so. Bring the silk back up and then we create basically a tag. Come up, touching turn, or just slightly folding turns. Come up all the way, and the purpose of this is just to keep the body nice and level, nice and neat. Cut the Mirage away, place it aside because we'll be using it for the next stage. Now underneath the body you can see a nice red stripe. That's just to give the fly a little bit of colour, a little bit of zoom really. And I use Glow Bright number 4, but you can use whatever colour you want. You can use an orange, you can use a green. The spectrum is up to you. So to create that flash underneath, we take a few inches of the Glow Bright, just pull it off. I'll have to do this off camera because it's roughly about 12 inches, 12 to 14 inches. We take the ends, put them together like so. Get the loop, bring the cut ends level with the loop like so. So we're actually folding it over on itself, and when we got that, from underneath catch the Glow Bright in, lift it and tie it down to roughly where the bend of the hook starts to carry around the body, or around the bend. Get the piece at the top, catch it in, and there we are. That's the underbody tied in. And from there we go back to our Mirage, catch it in, hold it all of the way and just tie your thread back up to where you started your thread. Roll your hook around and now create a body. Fold it over. Oh, just pull that. Getting a little bit tangled up in the threads there. Just pull that out of the way like so for now. Roll it up. Overlapping turns. So we get to that position. Put your finger on the top, roll your silk around and catch your Mirage. My fingers are a little bit rough at the moment. I have rubbed them down with a rubbing down nail pad, but I still got a little bits and pieces of rough skin, but we'll get there. Right. Roll the hook upside down. Take your globe right, put it together, pull it up, take a thread around it, 1 turn, 2, 3, make sure it's nice and level. Now if you take it, like I said, to where the bend starts, it'll automatically sit neatly underneath the hook. So when you actually fold the rest of the material up, it sits nice and square, nice and neat underneath the belly of the fly. Okay, it won't flow to one side or the other side, it'll just come up and it keeps it nice and tidy for you. When you get there, trim the waste away and just tidy things up. Right, that's our body and our underbody finished. Now for our underwing, we take some Vineyard crystal flash, 3 pieces, fold them over on themselves like so, fold them back on themselves, so we've got maybe a dozen pieces folding back. Get the ends, trim them, keep them nice and neat, like so. Just tighten this thread up a little bit. If your thread opens a little bit, just give it a twist and it tightens it nice and neat and makes it nice and strong. Now the scrag ends, or the cut ends, place them on top. Let's go back slightly. Difficult to see with these lights. Right, that's good. 2, 3 turns, turn it towards yourself, just give them a little twist to make sure they're sitting on top of the hook. Neaten, tidy everything up. Bring them forward and cut them roughly about an inch, inch and a quarter. Just trim them off. So they fly up in the air, but don't panic about that, because when we put the top wing on, that'll all even itself out. And for the top wing, we use bronze mallard. And these feathers, these are top quality and they are from Cooksil fly tie materials. Okay, I use the large because that gives you a little bit more scope on tying whatever size you want. So we take a feather, we trim the waste away, hold the stem or the stalk of the feather and just pull out maybe an inch and 3/4, an inch and a half, inch and 3/4. Just pull it out, work it slowly so the tips line up. Like so, roughly. They don't have to be spot on, as long as they're roughly there. Hold them, trim them away, cut the scrag ends off, and when we're at that stage, fold the bottom in, fold it again. So you're actually forming a classic wing that you would use for a Mallard and Claret or Connemara Black. Okay, but when we're at that stage, bring the ends nice and evenly together, fold or place your wing on top of the materials like so, get the length required and place it on, and now just fold the feather on top of the crystal flash. When it's there, hold it, come around with a loose turn and tighten. Another turn, 2, 3 turns, and there we are. That's our wing set. Hold the material, come in with your scissors and trim it away. Don't leave it go. Neaten everything up, give it a little tidy up, just like so. And when they're at the position we want to be, which is just like so. That's nice, that's good. Now we're going to set the wing like so to form the body of the fly, or the body of the fry rather. So for that we're going to use the UV resin, and I'm going to be using 2 resins for this. The first one I'm going to be using Diamond Fine from Deer Creek. We get our torch ready. We take a finger and a thumb. On the one side we pull the body to the shape we want it, and we hold it. Take our resin, and the reason why I'm using this Diamond Fine for the first coat is that it's nice and thin, and when we place it on to the material like so, both sides, it soaks into the material, into the feather, it soaks into the crystal flash, and this will allow us to start building the shape of the fry pattern we're looking for. So when that's on, that's the first coat. Just keep hold of it, leave it soak in a little bit, just for a moment, and then we set it with our torch. Just a few seconds. Leave it harden. And that should be good for us. Yeah, that's going to hold the shape that we're looking for. Just there's a little bit poking up there, just flatten that. That's good. There's a little bit of the glow bite hanging down. Just trim it. Otherwise it'll be a little bit messy when we're actually applying the rest of the UV. When we're at this stage, we take our little eyes. If I can find them, I'll just flip them across. And these also are from Deer Creek. Okay, and you can use whatever size eyes you want. There's a massive range. You know, you got the big ones, you got green, you got all different colours. These are all resin eyes. I like tying my fry patterns small because I fish small streams and little rivers, so I keep them as small as I can, and for these 3mm eyes are perfect for me. So what we do now is we roll a hook on inside, take a small piece, one little drop of the Diamond Fine, just to set it. Out it comes. Just a spot there. And what I tend to do is with the little red band or the little red belly, I tend to use that as a marker. So when I place my eye, these are a little bit fidgety. So when I place my eye on, they line up with the edge of the red band. Come on you go. It's a little bit fidgety, but it's worth it. Just like so. And when the eye is on, just set the resin. A few moments. That should be enough. Roll it around. Find the spot where the red band or little red belly sits. Put a spot on. Take another eye. Got big fat fingers, that's my problem at the moment. Right, I've dropped it there. Just place it onto a needle, like so, and just place the eye onto the pattern. Look at the side, line them up. Take your time, this resin is very forgiving. Leave it sit, push it around. Just touch it, that's pretty good to me. When it's there, set it with a torch. Okay, now when we've done the eye, we can whip finish, take our thread away, a few turns, because now we're going to be doing all resin work. Now the diamond fine is really good for setting the eyes and for setting the feather to hold it first for the first stage, but to build a nice thick body I use the builder resin from Deer Creek, and we just lay it on top like so. Good blobs of it, put it all the way around, cover the eyes, cover the body, roll it around all over the pattern. And you can see it just moving. You can see the resin just flowing nice. So what I tend to do, I just roll the pattern in the vise, and with the dabbing needle just push the resin around. Let it flow. Just keep turning it. And when it gets to a position you're happy, just hit it with the torch. There's one little bit of glow right sticking out there. I'll take care of that now. Just set it. And you can see when you actually place the resin on, that red belly just beams out. Okay. So that's the first coat of the builder done. Take a nice fine scissors and just trim that little bit of light right away there. There we are, that's it. Right, come back with a builder resin. Second coat, put it on all the way around. Take it down to the bend of the hook, cover the head. And just turn it in the vise. Just move the pattern around, and the resin will just flow. And when you're happy, hit it. Keep moving it. Keep moving. And like I said, you can make adjustments to this pattern. You can use a green belly, you can use a red belly, an orange belly, black, whatever you want. You can leave the belly off. It's totally up to you. But for my type of fishing, my local rivers where we get a lot of minnows, these are the colours I like. Just roll it around. That's our little pattern done. We take the scissors, and now we just trim the pearl away. Take a little piece off there. Oh, not the feather. And there we are. Get a nice shape, so you're creating a nice underbody. A little bit of saliva, pull it together, and there we are. Bronze mallard pin fry. Quite quick to tie, very robust. The resin is solid, it'll never come undone, it'll never break. and it fishes well. And because you've got quite a bit of resin on the head section, there's no need for weight because the resin does it for you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.